This is how I caught 85 points trading the NASDAQ today using time frame alignment and a change in state of delivery. So let's get right into the charts. So the first thing I want to point out is that we did have a 4-hour sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency fair value gap that the market had traded into yesterday. And this fair value gap came from February like 24th. So you had to have extended this fair value gap out to today's price action to be able to see this. So the market traded into that fair value gap yesterday and we sold off from there. Now going into today, the market was rallying off of the economic data that we had today. I believe we had the NFP. Yes, we had non-farm payroll economic data, and it was better than expected. Though I don't necessarily really pay attention to the actual output of these economic data, but it is, good to know some contextual evidence for why the market is moving the way it's moving. But anyways, off of that data, the market started rallying higher into the 4-hour fair value gap that was still above us. That did not get inverted yesterday. We came in and we sold off heavy off of that, like I said. So going into today, the market did push higher, right? And when we pushed higher, we kind of consolidated here once the market opened at 9:30, and we didn't really do much. The market then came lower and formed some buy side liquidity here, right? This was buy side liquidity, which was now resting above us when we sold off right below this fair value gap. And then from there, the market came back higher and we kind of consolidated a little bit. And then boom, we came and swept this liquidity here, right, into the 4-hour fair value gap, as you can see. And so once this 4-hour fair value gap was now tapped into and we swept this liquidity, I was now looking for a potential short opportunity in order to target some opposing liquidity. I want to also note we did have an SMT here, right, with the S&P 500. The S&P 500 failed to take out this high, right, from 9:45 a.m. while the NASDAQ did into this 4-hour fair value gap. And also I want to note that the S&P 500 did already take out yesterday's high while the NASDAQ didn't. So there was really a double SMT here in which we had a larger time frame SMT from yesterday's high as well. So that was two things that were kind of validating that the market could potentially push lower here. So when the market traded higher, we tapped into that, and I was now watching for a change in state of delivery. What is a change in state of delivery? It's when the series of candles that swept liquidity is now closed below the opening price for bearish order flow and above the opening price for bullish order flow. So in this case, I wanted to see us close now below this opening price of this candle that swept the liquidity, right, on the 15-minute time frame, right? And I'm only using the 15-minute time frame. I don't trade the 1-minute time frame. I pair the 4-hour time frame with the 15-minute time frame. That is proper ICT time frame alignment. So make sure you're always pairing time frames properly. If you want to trade the 1-minute chart, you need to be pairing that with a 15-minute chart. That's proper alignment. But me personally, I like to trade the 15-minute chart, so I pair it with the 4-hour chart, meaning I like to find a higher time frame 4-hour PD array paired with some entry mechanism on the 15-minute chart. So for me, I like to see, I wanted to see us close below here, which we got here, and then we traded back into this 15-minute BISI here that came from our NFP data this morning. So now I was watching for a retest of our change in state of delivery with my stop loss at this high, targeting this low initially here, right? And then taking partials at a standard deviation level of -1. So essentially taking my first partials at a 1-to-1 risk to reward, and then holding the rest to this low here. So which was about 85 points. So you can see I'll drop to a lower time frame just so I can show you my entry, that because it was on that retest. When the market pushed up higher there, right, we kind of came higher, formed a short-term high there. Then we came a little higher here and we traded into the change in state of delivery here, which is when I entered short here. And then going back to the 15, because again, I don't trade the 1 minute. I only use it on for video purposes just to show you my entry, but I'm only watching the 15-minute. I set my limit order here. We trade into it, and then I just let the trade do its thing. And so from here, we come higher. We come and take that previous high when this new 12 p.m. candle opens, which is expected. And then from here, we do get some displacement downward. So from here, once we get that displacement downward, I'm able to move my stop loss to break even because I don't expect there to be any, I don't expect us to revisit that after we've been up there now for 3 candles, 15-minute candles. So, you know, what's that? Almost 30 minutes we were kind of trading up there. So I wasn't really interested in seeing price come back down there. Again, my stop loss initially was here, but once we made that displacement move lower, I move it to break even and target here my final TP. And the market does essentially spool lower here. And then ultimately we do come and tap my target there for a full target. And again, like I mentioned, I did take a couple of contracts off on the standard deviation price here at -1. I took half my position off there, and then I took the remaining off here at this TP. So ended up being a great setup for me. This is exactly what I look for every single day, only looking at the 15-minute chart. And again, I will show you that I took this trade earlier today. Here are the executions. This was in a live account as well. So I wasn't, you know, taking this in a prop firm account. This was in a live account, as you can see down here. So yeah, entered here with a couple contracts and sold down here, scaled out here, and then sold my others down here at this price for 85 points. So that was my trade today. It was pretty straightforward. Great trading opportunities today. So looking forward to seeing some more this week. Like I said, if you know me, you know I only take a couple trades a week. So you get a couple setups like this every week. That's all you need. I'm not looking for anything more, which is why I don't look to trade the 1 minute. I don't want to be on the charts. I just want to find a couple good setups, quality setups every week, get in, get out, make my money, and go on and live my day. So that's all I got for y'all in this one, but I will see y'all in the next one.